Hello, good morning, dear students. Welcome to KLS Gokte PU College of Commerce and Science. This is Professor S.B. Bhendigeri, Department of Economics, taking online classes for PUC first year commerce students. Students, in the last class, we have discussed about the presentation of data. And in today's online class, in the first video of mine, let us have a discussion on the last topic of the statistics for economics, that is index numbers. According to your syllabus, this is the last topic in the first part of the economics, that is statistics for economics. Okay, here in this particular topic, you have some theoretical aspects and calculation aspects. Try to understand very systematically, most important topic for the examination, and the last topic of your syllabus in the first part of economics, that is the statistics for economics. Okay, now look at the meaning of index numbers. It is a statistical device for measuring changes in the magnitude of a group of related variables. It is expressed in terms of percentage. It means what? Index numbers are the statistical device for measuring changes in the magnitude of a group of related variables. It explains the difference between base year price and the current year price of related variables, or else goods and services, or else any other items. What was the base year price and what is the current year price? We have to understand very systematically with the help of index numbers. Okay, so it gives the clear picture of what was the earlier price and what is the price at present. That we are able to understand with the help of index numbers. But here these values and prices can be understand with the help of percentage. In terms of percentage, it can be expressed. Okay, what was the percentage of price in earlier and what is the percentage of price at present, we are able to understand with the help of index numbers. It is a number showing the comparison in a prevailing price or value compared with the price or value at a specified earlier time. It means what? Index numbers explains the comparison between prevailing price and earlier price. Okay, what is the prevailing price at present and what was the earlier price? Earlier price is called as base year price and prevailing price is known as current year price. Okay, so between these two prices, whatever difference is there, that is called as, for example, index numbers. Okay, index numbers measures the degree of economic changes over time. Okay, it means what? With the help of that earlier prices and current year prices, we are able to understand the ratio of economic growth, the degree of economic development of the country over a period of time. Okay, suppose for example in 20 years of time, before 20 years, what was the price of a particular commodity and what is the price of the same product at present. So with the help of this, we can able to understand the rate of economic growth of the country, for example. Okay, the price index comparison is to be made by its base year, which is always equal to 100. Okay, so here the price index numbers comparison is always calculated with the help of the base year index. So base year can be for example assumed as 100. Hope you understood. Base year is always assumed at 100. It determines the current year price with the help of base year index. Okay, that we are able to understand in the part of index numbers. Now look at the types of index numbers. There are various types of index numbers. In that, first one is price index. A price index is used to measure how price alters across a period. It indicates relative value, not absolute value. Okay, so here what happens in the price index, we are able to understand a price index which is used to measure how price alters, how prices goes on changes over a period of time. That we are able to understand with the help of price index. Okay, example, consumer price index and wholesale price index. Okay, what was the consumer price index earlier and what is the consumer price index at present. Okay, so there are n number of price index: consumer price index, wholesale price index, retail price index, like that. So we are able to understand the current year price based on the base year price index. Hope you understood. Coming to the second one, that is quantity index. Here in quantity index, it is used to measure the changes in the volume or quantity of goods that can be produced, consumed and sold within a given time. Okay, in this second type of index numbers, that is in quantity index, how much quantity we sold in earlier time and how much quantity of the same product we are going to sell at present. Okay, so that differentiation, that comparison we are able to understand with the help of quantity index. What amount of goods and services we sold in previous for example earlier days, and what amount of the same commodity we are going to sell in the market at present. The difference between these two is known as quantity index numbers. Okay, example, index of industrial production. Okay, index of industrial production means what was the amount of production of a particular industry in earlier time, what is at present. The difference between earlier time production and present time production of the particular industrial production is known as quantity index. Okay, now look at the third one, that is value index. It is the ratio of the aggregate value for a particular period with that of the aggregate value that is found in the base year. Here in value index, we are able to understand the index numbers with the help of value of a commodity. Value is nothing but price of the commodity. What was the value of the commodity earlier time and what is at present. The differences between these two values can express the percentage change in the value of a particular commodity in this time. For example, over a period of time, what was the percentage of change in the value of a commodity, that we can understand with the help of value index. Take the example of sales and foreign trade. Sales means how much goods we sold in earlier time and how much goods now we are selling in the market at present, and what was the foreign trade ratio in earlier time and what is at present. So with the help of value or market value or final value of all goods and services, we are able to understand value index. Okay, now coming to the next one, that is consumer price index, CPI. Consumer price index is nothing but it is also known as the cost of living index. Cost of living index means what was the cost of living index in earlier time and what is at present. It means, take the example of an individual. What is the per day expenditure of an individual in earlier time and what is at present. Suppose, for example, if an individual is spending 3000 rupees per day in earlier time, if he is spending 3500 at present, this differentiation can be explained and expressed with the help of consumer price index. Earlier, he paid 3000 rupees to purchase some amount of goods and services. For the same amount of goods and services, now he is paying 3500. It showcases that the price of the same commodity increased over a period of time. That is called as consumer price index. It can be explained with the help of equation. CPI is equal to summation of weights of relative price divided by the summation of total weights. Okay, relative price is nothing but CPI is equal to price of current year price divided by base year price into 100. That is called as price relative. Okay, and divided by total summation means the total weights, for example. With the help of this equation, we are able to understand consumer's price index. Okay, hope you understood, my dear students. Now look at the next one, that is wholesale price index. Wholesale price index is nothing but it indicates the changes in the general wholesale price level of a basket of goods. It is most likely used as an inflation indicator in India. Listen to me carefully. Wholesale price in the sense this price is determined immediately after the stage of the production of goods and services. The next stage of the production is called as wholesale price. Okay, so With the help of this wholesale price, we can estimate, we can calculate the ratio of inflation of the economy. Inflation means it is a process of deliberate increase in the general price level and decrease in the value of the currency. So if there is a continuous increase in the price, general price level, there is a possibility of decrease in the value of the currency. It means more money chasing to the few goods. When the prices goes on increases, we pay more amount of money to purchase less. That situation is called as inflation. Okay, so it is also act as an inflation indicator in India. Okay, wholesale price is a very important price index to know the exact ratio of, for example, inflation. It can be calculated with the help of this equation, that is wholesale price index is equal to summation of wholesale price index of current year, wholesale current year price index minus summation of wholesale base year price index divided by summation of wholesale base year price index is into 100. With the help of this equation, we are able to understand the wholesale price index systematically. Okay. Now coming to the next one, that is index of industrial production. It means it measures the changes in the level of industrial production comprising many industries. Okay. Compared to the group of industries, what is the actual change in a particular industry over a period of time? Okay, compared to a group of industries, what is actual changes can be happen in a particular industry over a period of time? That can be explained with the help of index of industrial production. What was the production of a particular industry earlier time and what is at present? Okay, it showcases that if there is a increase in the general price level continuously, there is a possibility of increase in the industrial production. Okay, so industrial production is always depends upon the price level. Okay, as price increases, there is a possibility of increase in the industrial production. That can be explained with the help of this particular equation. IIP means indicator of industrial production is equal to summation of Q1 into weights divided by total summation of weights into 100, for example. With the help of this equation, we are able to understand index of industrial production. Now coming to the next one, that is agricultural production index. It is a weighted average of quantity relatives. Okay, here what happens is index number is also related even for the agriculture sector. What was the production of agriculture sector in previous year and what is at present? Present agriculture production level is called as current production level, and previous earlier time production is called as the base year production level of agriculture sector. Okay, so the average quantity of goods and services in earlier time as well as the current year time, the difference between these two averages of total production of agriculture sector is called as agricultural production index. Now coming to the last type of the index numbers, that is Sensex. Sensex, it is a sensitive index of Bombay Stock Exchange. Okay, Sensex means it is a sensitive index of Bombay Stock Exchange which was formed on 1986. Okay, especially it is a pre-float market equilibrium and capitalization weighted stock market index of 30 well established financially sound companies listed on Bombay Stock Exchange. Okay, so with this I hope all of you understood the meaning part and the types of various index numbers. With this, let us stop our today's discussion. The remaining part of the same topic we shall discuss in the next video lecture. Thank you very much.